Oh my god. Yo, what's happening, everybody? Whoa. Y'all hear that? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Sitdown fucking podcast. Holy shit. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's day one of recording. Actually, I feel better than day one recording because I know what it feels like to be here. And I mean, well, first off, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. This is crazy. I mean, I've been gone for like 4 months. About 4 months. Yo, it's dusty in this studio. I ain't gonna lie to you. This studio turned to a straight storage room. I don't know. I'm not ashamed of it, but it just, it's been a rough one since I can get back into this chair, I just keep saying, like I forgot how to talk, yo. I'm low-key, high-key nervous. It's my first time back on a mic right here, live and in person. I'm not editing any of this. I just wanted to jump on here, give my first real raw, like see how I'm feeling. A vibe check, as the youth would say. No, but for real vibe check. I ain't gonna edit none of this. I ain't gonna do nothing special with this part right here, because this part right here I cannot recreate, which is the first time I am back on the mic, and it is 12:38 at night on August 17th, or you can say in the morning, however you guys say that. But I mean, I'm here. I made it. Oh my god, yo. I think my gain's good. Let me turn that up a little bit, I guess. Might be. I used to talk really loud. I'm kind of coming in real chill vibes with it. Okay, where do I want to start? So basically, guys, I am here right now, and I have a great episode. By the way, I have a great episode. Don't even worry about that. Like, after this little whatever the fuck this is, I have an amazing episode coming on after this. It will be with the owner of Strength Valley Gym, Rob. We had a great episode. I just literally got done editing it like right after that, and I was like, I don't want to stop the role I'm in. I want to jump straight onto the mic and start spitting my spit, and like, just do it like that. So here I am, on the mic, just here to kind of really tell you guys like what happened to the sit down, what happened to me, why I've been gone for, I think it's like month 4 going into month 5. Almost been gone half a year. Ain't that crazy? Like, that time went by so fast for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. It felt like just yesterday I was record. Actually, no, it doesn't. It feels really long. I'm not even fucking around. Like, that shit felt long. But so basically what had happened was, I got burnt out, everybody. I really did. You'll hear it in the last episode I actually recorded with a guest for this season, with Cindy. So she'll be the 5th drop of this little 5-pack. I don't even know if I'm gonna do the 5-pack at this point. I might just release two, and then 1. Who knows? I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But I have a 5-pack episodes, 5 episodes for you. All bangers, honestly. It's really, truly, and honestly the best work I've ever done, probably on the Sit Down podcast. Like, I was really in my groove. I was clicking and grooving, and I really got burnt out. Because the show is, I hate to say like it's a one-man show, because I got the support of you guys. I have the support of my girlfriend. I have the support of the people that come on and things like that. But at the end of the day, I'm the one traveling around. I'm the one scheduling everything. I'm the one editing these videos, editing this. And I know it woe is me type attitude, but I got really tired. I did it for, like 30 episodes, so 30 weeks in a row. And I got tired, and then all of a sudden, like, I finally got into my new job, the job I have now, I'm officially the lifestyle furniture social media specialist. So social media is what I do for a living now. Not like completely social media, because I do a lot of like SEO and Google marketing and things in that nature. So it's just making me better. And I always looked at that job as a job I can do better, as I can be better, and I can be better for the sit down. So I never was leaving the sit down permanently. That was always a temporary thing. I wasn't sure how long I was going to be gone when I did leave, but because I was on, my first thought was I was just going to take a week or two off, 3 weeks max. But I started that because I got that new job, and so I was like, I want to put my all into it. I wanted to get used to the new routine, because I have a traditional 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 with a 1 hour lunch. So I mean, I have a traditional 9 to 5, if you want to call it that. So Monday through Friday, things like that. And I'm not used to that, so I wanted to get myself adapted to that way of living, that pattern of life. And not only that, I wasn't really happy with myself, like physically. I was letting myself get out of shape. I had a bad diet. I wasn't working out, and I just really wasn't loving myself on camera. I felt I was getting uncomfortable, and so I wanted to change that up. I mean, I probably look the same at this point, but it's fine. I'm happy with myself. I went on a journey, like a self-loving body journey. I did keto for about 2 months, month and a half, whatever it was. And, that went really well, but that caused that, that took more time of cooking, prepping, shopping, things like that. But keto taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about everything I've consumed and everything I was consuming. So I'm a little more conscious at that. I'm not doing keto now, but it did teach me a lot. And then also on top of that, that same week, I got a new kitten. I have a new kitten. His name's Raichu. Actually, if you don't know what Raichu is this Pokemon character right here. Raichu is actually my favorite Pokemon, like, of all time. The reason why is even when I was growing up, I always thought he was a lot cooler than Pikachu. I always had thought that. I always thought he was way cooler, looked way doper. I always felt like he was way stronger, even though he always got his ass beat. I just loved Raichu for some reason. And my cat, I mean, I'm not gonna say he looks like Raichu, but he has that brownish coat with the black and the white. So he has the same like color palette as Raichu, minus the yellow. He has like spots of orange though. So yeah, I got a kitten, I got a new diet, I got a new job. I was burnt out from all the podcasting and everything that my show entails, all the work it takes to produce it. And yeah, so I just kind of all hit me at once, and I just really wanted a break from coming home and editing or scheduling or meeting up with somebody and recording and all of that. And so I just wanted to take a break, and I talk about this in my like that 5th episode, like I said, with Cindy, and you'll probably hear it. Honestly, I haven't heard it back yet. I haven't got to that far in my editing. This is like my first night back right here, back with editing. And yeah, I don't know, like, it just a week turned into two turned into 3, then it was a month, and then the next thing it was 2 months, 3 months, and the time just kept going, and I just never felt the urge to come back. Not saying I didn't lose I guess I could say I lost my fire, but it was more of, I started really thinking about why I'm on this mic. What's my voice? What am I doing here? What do I have to say? And that kind of like paralyzed me for a while. Like most of that time, it was just I was scared to get to this point right now of talking to you guys, of sitting here. If you're watching, of sitting here, I was scared. I was paralyzed because I was like, what the hell? Why do I deserve to talk to you guys? Why does my voice matter? There's already a million podcasts out there that are, probably dope and do good and really have something to say. And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck am I doing? Like, am I really saying something? Am I really doing something of importance? Like, I don't know. It just got really paralyzing for me to come back here and come on this mic. But thankfully, the people that have listened, the people that do enjoy my podcast, I actually spoke up. So, shout out Kim Kitty, I believe is your Instagram handle. Let me just double check that. I don't want to be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Kim Kitty, like Kim Kitty Queen or something like that. Yeah, Kim. Yeah, I knew it. I don't know. Yeah, Kim Kitty. I was right. Yeah, Kim Kitty 805. So thank you so much to you, Kim. You're just an all around supporter to everybody local. Like you're just amazing. Like you support the Central Coast. You support Shorty Doo-Wop. You support a lot of people, and I'm blessed and honored to have you supporting me, because you never let me forget why I podcast. You always were, tagging me in old videos, sending me things, and asking me when this is gonna happen and things like that, and saying you're excited for the next. And you never gave up that fact that I was, you never gave up on me, basically. And I thank you so much, Kim, for being a huge support. I would also like to thank Shorty Doo-Wop. He reached out to me a few times and was telling me, man, you can't quit, dude, like your show's dope. Like I never had an experience like that, like, just really being there for me as well, Shorty. So shout out Shorty. Shout out Enoch. I know I forgot Enoch's in one of the episodes, bro, and I hella forgot about that. Like that's how long I was away. I forgot. I was forgetting that. Like I forgot I recorded with him, and I'm sorry for that, Enoch. But the first thing you said is, bro, you tripping, you need to get your ass back to work. And here I am. I did that this instant. I also like to say shout out to Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter, shouted me out in his live. I think they were going over like top 5 podcasts or something like that. And he mentioned me and said, gave his reasons why he thought my podcast was deserving the 5th spot. And everything. There's a few other people, and I'm sorry if I didn't say your name. I just don't want to look through your phone. Like I said earlier, like I'm just doing this on the fly right now. But thank you to everybody that reached out and was just like, yo, like, you remember this in the episode, or when are these episodes coming out, and things of like that, and just reminding me like that this show actually means something, and that it grew outside of me. Like it always was that. And I talk about that in the beginning of this episode with Rob that will play right after this. So yeah, I don't want to get more into it. I mean, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I basically was just tired. I had a lot going on. I got fatigued, and then I started questioning my voice. I started questioning my value, and it really paralyzed me. But now I'm back. I am recording. I have guests already. I have like 30 guests that I just kind of never got back to. So I'm going to start working on my guest list, start working on recording dates. I'm ditching my second job, which I work weekends. That will be gone soon. So I will be free on weekends, so I will be on and rocking officially. I have 5 more episodes in season 2. This has been the longest season in podcast history, probably, without episodes or some shit. I don't fucking know, dude. But, oh fuck, that scared the shit out of me. But, yeah, guys, so 5 more episodes. I'm dropping them quick. I might drop all 5 at once. I might drop 2 and 2 and then 1. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but these 5 episodes are coming out. They're going to come out quick because I want to just get them edited, get them out. And like I said earlier, these are probably the best work that the Sitdown's ever seen. Like, honestly, like every conversation is really just so natural. So you guys know how the Sitdown is, but I feel like it's the Sitdown, but it's as the best it's ever been. So 5 episodes coming out. We're going to start with Rob, and then we're going to move on to season 3, baby. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode with Rob, and let's fucking cue that music. I hope you guys love the music as much as I do. That music is just so iconic to me now. I don't know if it's iconic, but it's iconic to me now, and I hope you guys are fucking with it. So let's play that motherfucking music, baby. Let's get on to the episode. Rob, owner of Strength Valley. Peace.
And then wanting to create a different culture here that wasn't in this town, dude. That wasn't here.
It's not. Yeah.
It's not. And so if anybody is interested in listening to what we have going on, I'll just blurt it out. You ever see that saying where like there's like a meme where like someone's asking for information, and if I have it, I'll like overflow the cup. I'll just keep talking. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm proud of it. It's something it was a goal of mine, and I'm living my dream, dude. And
every
like
day, huh?
And something as so small as this, to most people are like, oh, that's cool, whatever. But like, this is my dream. I've always wanted to own my own gym. I've always wanted to just have like a spot that's like that I had a hand in creating, and people come here they pay me money to come lift here, to come hang out and come like, and they achieve goals too. We just saw someone hit a PR earlier, and they're over here like, and that's cool. Like I helped
create that,
make that happen. Yeah, and that's it makes it a little bit more personal. It's cool. Yeah. For me, I love it, man. I'm here on the weekends, and I could be here all day. I just hang out here. Yeah,
it's like your house.
Yeah, I walk around here with no shoes on, man.
Yeah, like no one can tell you nothing. That's lit though, man. I mean, that's what made me like so interested in this, because like I'm from here. I'm from Coalinga. Yeah. I know what it's like, and not only that, like I know what it's like lifting here and working out here and just Coalinga in general, and how like limited it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? Kids these days are hella spoiled with that fucking like badass fucking weight room they have.
We're at, dude. At the
West
high
Hills.
School? Oh yeah.
Before, bro, we had like fucking like this like little square of workout, and like it was just like this tiny fucking like closet of weights and shit, but like magic happened in there. You know what I mean? And it was just like you had that. You had our little gym. You had Coalinga Fitness, and that was like I've worked out a lot here in Coalinga. Like this is what sculpted me and like sent me off on my way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like for you to be doing this, it's like awesome. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because like you're giving like kids that like are looking up at like college player, like the March Madness just happened, you know what I mean? Basketball players, football players, whatever else they play, like, or just like, dude, I want to get to that level. But to that level, you have to have like a space like this, you know? And I've seen like the videos where like you're pushing like young kids, you know what I mean? Like 15, 16, 18, 19, like they're trying to like push for the PRs, and everyone's getting hyped around them. And that's lit because it's like a space where like you can come and like work hard and achieve your goals, but like have fun while you're doing it.
Dude,
you know what I mean? Like you're not, because I had to do it by myself.
Yeah.
I didn't have anybody cheering me on when I was doing my shit.
It's a weird thing because you the other gyms in this town, not knocking them. I think I used to go to these gyms and they're great gyms, of course, but a lot of these gyms you go into and everyone has their headphones in and they kind of just do their own thing. They might have a little group that they hang out with or whatever, and it's very like. It's very just. It's
like you're in a small town, but that's big time. That's like big town.
Yeah, like dude. And
I live in Fresno now, and that's like how it is. Like I go with my girlfriend. It's just we have our AirPods on, and we just talk to each other.
Yeah, exactly. But here, I make it a point to like first off, I sign everybody in myself, or me and my wife do it, and so like. We're like asking, like we know their name. We're on a first name basis. We allow their kids to come here and work out. They don't work out, but they have their little ones. They can go and play in wherever, and they don't have to miss a workout because they have their kids. There's no daycare, you know. We allow kids to come here. We allow dogs to come here, and I make it a point to. People come in, like I talk to everybody in this place, and I make them feel like they're at home, and that's like what I wanted to do from the get-go. And then like the feedback I get is always that. It's always like I feel so great here. I feel so like welcome here, and that's the culture we wanted to create. Yeah, is like we're all in this together, dude. We all have similar goals. We're all like-minded people. We all want to get stronger, be better than we were yesterday. Yeah, and I want to help you do it. You know, so come here and come lift, and people love it, and we're gaining momentum, man. It's cool. We have a lot of things going. We're heading in the right direction, right? So it's cool, man.
And you do all that with like culture, you know.
That's it.
And that's what's cool. It's like people love small towns. People that do love small towns love it because like like that community aspect.
You go to the store, hey, how's your dad doing?
You know what I mean? But like everything like was like that in Coalinga except for our gyms. You know, for some reason you come to the gym and it was just like. Yeah, you know, like everyone was like, it was like for some reason you come to the gym and it was just like
all the camaraderie stopped.
Yeah, and like I had that a little bit through basketball, you know, because through basketball, like that's when everyone kind of like would talk and like that was when it felt like you walked into the gym and you know everybody. That was cool. Yeah, but you didn't get that when you walked in the weight room. No, you know, and like not everyone likes basketball, you know, and so but everyone can lift, you know, everyone can do it, and so it's kind of cool. Like you created like that small town like culture where you walk into the gym and you're like, hey man, like how's it going? Like what are you working out today? Or you know what I mean? Whatever. Like, and that's cool. Like,
hey, come over here, help me, spot me while I drive this.
Yeah, finding a spotter is a bitch when you're working out by yourself. Like it's so awkward, bro. Like,
it is. You don't want to ask some random guy.
Hey, can you spot me?
Don't touch the bar.
Yeah, and like that's another thing. Like you don't even have like once you ask someone to spot you, like it's like now do you give them instructions like how to spot you?
I feel like there's like a list of things. Like
it's
for
too
one,
much.
if only grab it if I'm about to die. You know, like don't rob me of this. Please. You know, let me grind. For sure, man. That's important. Definitely important.
So like, how did like? Anyways, guys, welcome to the Sit Down podcast, everybody. I forget to do my intros all the time because I don't want to like break this. You know what I mean? So, but let me do this real quick.
Okay,
welcome to the Sit Down podcast, everybody. Thank you for hitting play. Thank you for like whatever like got you here. You know, something got you here. Either it was Rob, either it was the dope clips I was doing, whatever. I appreciate it. This episode is really cool because I haven't been back in my hometown in a while. I started here podcasting here, like this is where I officially started. All my guests came from Coalinga, and then next thing you know, like we're out of Coalinga. Life happens, and the podcast started picking up some steam, and I started getting guests from LA, getting guests from Santa Maria, getting guests, you know, at Oakland area. Like we're all over the place. But coming back home was always special. It's always nice. It's always fun. And today, like, I have something that's really cool. As you guys hear us going, like this, you know, you're hearing conversation, and you're probably wondering, like, who the fuck is this guy? That's the thing about the intro is, like, sometimes I'll forget, and they're like, the entire time, the audience is probably like, well, who is this dude?
Yeah, we just keep talking. We're vibing now. We're vibing.
Yeah. And there's going to be a bonus episode to this because we went for, like, almost 15 minutes before we even hit play on this. So make sure you guys look out for this bonus content. It's going to be super dope if you like the sit down. If you like podcasting or you like anything, like, mindset, that will be for you. This will probably be like that too. But anyways, like I was saying, I'm back in Coalinga, California, where not born, but I was pretty much raised, and where a lot of where I'm at now is because of this small little town. It may be rink-a-dink and a lot of people hate it and all this stuff, but like it created me, man. I fucking squeezed the shit out of Coalinga, and it got me where I was headed, and I got out for a bit and like had my fun, had my time. Like, you know, I got to travel all over around fucking United States, the Midwest, because I was dribbling a basketball. You know what I mean? And so
cool, man.
It's dope for that to like take me so far. And you know, places like this, I wish I had back when I was coming up, because it was, you know, a lot of lonely fucking days. You know, waking up early, going in the weight room by myself, like trying to motivate myself, like nobody's telling me nothing, you know what I mean? Like everybody just chilling, want to be lazy and party. I did that too, but like I had to do a lot of work to get to where I was going. So this is really cool. So my guest here today is Rob, the owner and operator of Strength Valley Gym. You guys see it right here in the background of the shot. I might do like a little montage in the beginning of this episode. They might see it if you're on the YouTube. If not, it'll be towards the end for sure, just to kind of show you guys what this little display is. It's really cool, and it's dope. Like, it's getting together. It's just getting cooler and cooler. Like he was telling me earlier, it was just used to be like, and I know what it used to be like. I remember this. I know this spot. You know what I mean?
Gosh, it was ran down.
When I saw like all the stuff, I was like, I know exactly where that's at. Like, without even you telling me, I was like, because I know this town so well. You know. But anyways, Rob, I welcome you to the Sit Down podcast, man. How are you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing good. God is good. I'm just happy that we got to connect and meet up finally. I've been wanting to get on your show for a long time. We talked about it earlier. I finally made it happen today, so it was cool, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course, dude. This is awesome, dude. I had to get you on because, like, it's such an amazing thing to see, like, not only somebody, like, doing something they love and, like, really, like, you know, living their dream, but from my little town. You know what I mean? Like, not to hate, but I feel like I'm the only one ever doing it. Not to hate, but I feel like I'm the only one ever, like, really trying shit now. You know, it's rare when I see somebody from my little town like actually pushing for something that's bigger than this little town. You know, and that's another thing. Like with this small little town, people get these small little mindsets. You know,
and they
like,
get stuck here.
And like
this is all we have.
Even though we're here, doesn't mean like this is it.
This is it. No,
you know what I mean?
Not even close.
Even if you are here, you can still make it bigger and popping. You can make
it.
anything like cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
Like,
sure, 100%.
And I see you doing that, and it's rare for me to see people out of Coalinga like actually like doing something unique and dope like this. And so I guess like I want to start off, man. Like, how did this even come into fruition?
Okay, man. Well,
I want to hear the story, dude.
This is how it all.
Especially 'cause I don't know you much. Either, so
I know.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, about a year ago, it's funny. I looked at how on Instagram. I'd be like, "Oh, a year ago today, you posted this."
Yeah.
It was a year ago yesterday. I posted my first video working out in my garage. COVID hits, all the gyms shut down. I was like scrambling for weights, you know, because I compete in powerlifting, and I was just getting ready to compete in like a month or so, and so like I needed to keep going. So finally got some weights. People let me borrow a bar. Someone let me borrow like 105 pounds. I think I had like 155 pounds to start off with, and like a little bench, a little rack, whatever. And then in my garage on an unlevel platform, and then like it started growing to like a couple buddies of mine, like a high school nearby was giving away equipment, and so my buddy Gabe Ingram, he donated some money, and then he was like, "Hey, there's a squat rack there. You want to go pick it up?" And I said, "Yeah." So we got a squat rack. Boom. Then I got a bench also.
Where was all your house?
And then I moved it to my garage. And then I went to having a bench, and then I went to getting adjustable benches. Then I started buying more weights. And at that time, and when COVID first hit, weights became like gold.
Yeah.
And if you
metal was real gold.
Yeah. So you go online to purchase whatever, and like you couldn't find it. You know, you couldn't. And I was and you know what? People were just like, I have this old bar. I have these. I'm not gonna use it. You probably use it more than I will. You want it? And so like the community around me just gave me a bunch of stuff. It was just like, because they knew that I love lifting. That's just what I did. You know, I just came and worked out at the gym here in town, and so we started gaining momentum. And then I started training clients, and which is something I never really done before. I started personal training clients here and there. Started working out with some kids in the area that were in the high school team. I worked out in my garage. And then a couple buddies of mine kind of influenced me, and we're talking about making my own Instagram page with like training or whatever. And I'm not really into all like the posting like training videos and to help people out, whatever. I don't really do too much of that stuff, but I was more interested in creating my own gym. Yeah. And one of my buddies, he's also my coach, he basically told me, like, I told him what I wanted to do, and he was just like, make it fucking happen. Yeah. And that really stuck with me. And then that's what we did. We started working towards it. I had some money put aside, and then we got this place, and then it just like gained momentum, and next thing you know, we're buying like all of this equipment, and then now you see what we have here. It just kind of went really fast. So we started doing it like in the early, about June, acquiring all this stuff, and then come August, I got this place. October, we opened our doors, and here we are in April, and we're just growing, man. We're just doing our thing.
Yeah. How many like, do you sell memberships? How do you sell this place?
We sell it by like advertising and stuff. Is that what you're asking?
No. Like, if I wanted to work out here, is there like day passes? Is there?
Yeah. So we provide day passes. I have my phone number on the front of the window here on the door, so people come in, they can just call me, and I make it a point to come and I meet people here to sign them up at any part of the day. I always make myself available because people have different schedules, So and I have a lot of freedom at my job, so I'm able to kind of come and go as I please. So I make it a point to where people call me up, like, hey, I got this person or whatever, they want to sign up. I come here and I meet them. I don't want to turn anybody away. Yeah. So we sell memberships that way. This place kind of runs itself. It's kind of cool, man. Like, so I spent a lot of money on this door system that we have, this door lock system. So you come in, you sign up, I give you your own code, and then that code will let you in, and then it locks behind you, and it only opens up one way. We have cameras and stuff. So this place runs it by itself. Yeah. So I don't need to be here all day to sign people up. You have your membership. It's a members gym only, or for members only. And then whenever I'm here at nighttime, people get their day passes and stuff too. But the place kind of runs itself.
You do like month to month.
Yeah. We do everything. We do month to month. You could pay for the whole year. We have reoccurring payments. We have a card reader inside. You can put your card on file. We have the whole system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We did it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's good.
That's lit.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It worked out really well. Like a place like with any type of business you want to create a business And what's even better, the next step is that you can create that business, and that business can make money without you putting all your time into it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like self-efficient, and that's what I want to work towards, and that's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
So it actually works out pretty good.
Yeah, that's dope, dude. Like, that's really cool. And like, this was like always something you've always wanted to do, like coming from the beginning.
This is a dream of mine, man. Like we were talking about earlier, I've always wanted to have my own place to work out at, and then like, it goes so much further than just like having a place to work out at. Like we were talking about earlier, how someone here earlier hit a personal best on a lift, you know, and I helped create that. Like they have goals, and they're able to achieve their goals here and at this place that we've created. You know, my wife and I, and I just want to create a place that like, it's like people's like, they're like safe place to come live, to come be themselves. Like they could like, there's no dress codes here. You can come here, be comfortable, wear whatever, do whatever, scream, yell, cuss. There's loud music. There's not like, you know, like the typical commercial gym music that, you know, you'll hear like Adele, or you'll hear like some, you know, Black Eyed Peas on there or something.
I got my eyes on you. Yo, you're just fucking pumping weight like
we listen to some other shit around here, man. So we have a cool setup here.
Yeah. It's kind of a cool it seems like a kind of a cool place where you can like let out those raw human emotions.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like not even just like the anger or like screaming and stuff, like how we saw when she put the PR, but it's not only that, but like the other human stuff where like you can come here and like, you know, if you run into somebody, like it's so friendly and welcoming here, you could like, you're gonna have a conversation with somebody.
Definitely.
You know, and actually like that's huge, especially now when it's like COVID.
Yeah.
Like people don't talk to people anymore.
No,
it's super rare.
Like stand back.
You know, like I live in like Fresno and like in the Clovis area, like I like rarely like have conversations with strangers, like ever. You know what I mean? Or anything. Like it's like, it's just so weird as you get older. It's like the less you talk to people.
Isn't that crazy? I feel like it should be the opposite. I feel like the older we get, the more we have to share, the more experiences we have, and the more we should be able to talk to people and like, be like, you know, like have grown up good conversation.
Yeah.
It's a trip how things turn out, man.
Yeah, man. And it's like especially with times like now, it's like even increased the amount of you not talking to people.
Yeah.
You know, because now you're like have reasons not to. You're like, oh no, it's COVID, or I don't want you to kill my family. You know what I mean? Don't cough on me or some shit.
Yeah.
But it's just like all these weird like things now.
And that's the thing too, is like people were like telling me like, you're gonna open up a gym in the middle of a pandemic. And I'm just like,
that's another thing on.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, we are.
He said, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Because I'm like, well.
Did you get shit for that?
It was like, it kind of like people were like not trying to scare me, but they were like, there's always like that chatter, you know, like, well, oh yeah, do it, but this could happen. But like, you know, anything worth having, like, there's gonna be some risks, you know what I mean? Like, so but you're just like not gonna try because what could happen? You don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah. So I'm just like, we're gonna fucking push it and make it happen. So, and if problems come up, then we'll just go through it. We'll handle it then and there, you know. But I'm not gonna stay where I'm at in fear of, you know, waiting for that perfect time. Because if you wait for that perfect time, that time is never gonna come, dude.
Yeah,
you know?
It never does.
The time is right now.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I hate, one of the sayings I hate is like people coming to work out and they're like, oh, dude, Monday I'm there, bro. I'm gonna come work out Monday for sure. It's been years for me to work out, but I'm gonna wait till Monday to get cracking. I'm like, why don't you just start right now?
Yeah.
Like, why wait till Monday?
Start on a Thursday.
And same with the gym. Like, why would I wait until the pandemic's over? You know, why would just start right now? See what happens.
Yeah.
And we did, and you know, praise God, it all worked out.
Yeah.
Here we are. No masks needed. I mean, you can wear a mask here if you'd like, but I mean, we don't enforce it. And I think
it's so outdoors here though too.
It's pretty clean, and that's honestly the great thing about this place is that it's almost like 80% of it's outside.
Yeah.
So it's cool. When it gets hot though, it's gonna be, you gotta really want to be here. You know?
It's gonna be your first summer, right? In the
yeah, because we open up in October. We're gonna put we have like a shade mesh up top to kind of block the sun, so the tent will come down and all the rain's basically over with. So we'll put that mesh up over here and down that way, and we'll have like a porta cooler. You know, I'm gonna buy like an outside like a swamp cooler type deal, but basically like people that are gonna be here are people that are wanting to lift regardless of what the weather.
Yeah, they're not gonna care.
Make the best of it.
Strength Valley, boy.
That's it, bro.
You're working in the valley.
You know what I mean? That's it.
If you're working in the valley, you're gonna get some heat.
That's it, man. It gets hot here.
Hey,
it's nasty.
Diamonds made out of the hottest, the hottest fire.
That's right. Yeah. Hey.
You might put that on a shirt.
Damn, dude, put that on. No, that's true, man. It's true. So I mean, and like over the winter time, that was a little tricky, dude. Like, the weather came, rain. We don't have to worry about raining too much. It probably rained like a total of 10 times.
Yeah.
Throughout the winter, but a few of those times, like, it got bad back here. People weren't back here, So I was back here. Some people were back here still grinding, but like a lot of people weren't back here. And we went through so much shit trying to get the perfect tent to cover our equipment because we had like tarps up, and the tarps would get ripped off by the wind. So it's just like, I felt defeated a couple times. I'm just like, you know what, dude? It's just gonna put some rain jackets on. I don't know what else to do, And then like my wife's family had this tent and they let us borrow it. Thank God. And
it's a nice ass tent.
It's
They
so
just had
nice.
that chilling.
Yeah, well, they used it for our wedding. We forgot about it, and they're like, "Oh, we have this tent." After like rain already came and gone, I'm like, "Oh, you got that tent? Oh, well, we needed it, but can we use it now?"
Yeah.
So they let us use it, and it's worked well, dude. It's kept all of our stuff dry. So I'm just thankful
It's
to
so
have it.
funny with shit like this, like where it's like, yo, you got this big, cool, badass gym, and it's like the littlest shit of just covering it.
Yeah.
It's like the hardest challenge,
dude.
You know what I mean?
I didn't even think about it, at
Yeah, you don't
first.
even think about like little shit like that, and it's almost comical when you hear it, like when you're done with it, where it's like, yeah, man, the biggest challenge of the gym was just like this fucking tent.
Yeah, get
like,
some cover.
You know what I
Get some
mean?
cover, yeah. I was so worried about like memberships, providing gyms, enough
customer
stuff for
service,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. And then the whole time, like, that came pretty easy. And then I got my ass kicked by the tent, dude. I did. I was like, I don't know what else to do, man.
Bro, and it's like shit like that. That's what's always gonna be, and like it's funny because like that's kind of what like Gary Vee talks about. You know what I mean? Like he mentions that sometimes where he's like, it's like he has this big like media company running all this shit, and it's like the biggest issues are like sick days. You know what I mean? Like it's like you think about going into, you're like, oh, how are we gonna keep generating revenue? How are we gonna keep this shit moving? But it's like the biggest fucking problems are like these little like just constant problems.
Yeah.
You know what
Little
I mean?
ones, yeah.
The littlest shit, and like for me, it's like the same things. It's like fuck, like I had my gain on like too much, or fuck, like the guy that was was like hiding behind the thing the entire time, and it's like little shit like that. You're just like. And then like it's like so funny too, because it's like and like you tell somebody about it, and it's like, why didn't you notice that?
Why didn't you?
Why didn't you
just? Dude, that's so funny you said it, because I got a guy that my boy Cam, he's a trainer here, and that guy's so smart, He's always like, oh, that shit's easy. Why didn't you just do that? I'm like, I don't know, dude. Okay, because I don't know, like
it's like all kinds of shit going on. Like,
yeah, dude.
You get stuck in your own like.
What's cool is like I'm not I'm a dumbass, dude. I'm not the smartest guy, like I'm not the book smart or whatever. So like, but I do know how to bring people in, because I might not have the best idea, but I bet you do, or this guy for sure does, or whatever. So I'm like, hey, well, what do you think about this, or what do you think about that? And I think it's cool that just being open to people's suggestions, and that's how this one got strung up. Someone else's that guy Cam's suggestion,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh yeah, well let's do it. Let's make it happen, and he did it. And it was way better than when I would have done it. So I'm like, perfect,
Yeah.
Got to the end result, it's good though. So it wasn't my idea, but I gave him some credit because he's my boy and shit. And he's smart, but I'm not the smartest guy out there, so I need help.
Well, I mean, it's like you don't have to be the smartest guy in the room, but and that's actually a saying too. It's like, if you're the smartest guy in the room, then you're probably in the wrong rooms.
That's true.
You never want to be the smartest guy in the room.
Nah.
You know what I mean? And it's like also like you're never gonna be the best, most talented, but if you have the best, most talented people around you, like,
that's it.
You're good.
And you know how to like not that I use people.
No,
I don't use them, but I'm definitely they're reresourceful. So I'm like, hey,
it's a partnership. It's a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like how I said earlier, like if you're not being used, you're useless.
That's right.
You know, like, and that's and like that saying sounds harsh at first, but if you think about it, it's like, imagine being a hammer, where every time they pick you up, all they use is they just hammer you down, and as a hammer, you're just like, fuck, dude, all you use me for is this. But it's like, would you rather just be chilling there by yourself?
That's your strength. That's what you do.
It's what you do, and so it's like, but that makes you valuable. That makes you whatever. So it's like, don't be afraid to be used. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's like a weird stigma now. Like, if you're being used, or like you feel like, man, this person just used me, but it's like, well, that makes you valuable. Like, that means
you bring something to the table.
You bring something to the table
that they like. It's all perspective. It's all perspective, dude.
Yeah.
Like how you see things. Like some people might be like, that's a negative. Like, oh, you just used me for personal gain. But you're saying like, well, I got something that he likes, or that person likes, so they're using it for that.
Yeah.
So like, You know, and you can use that to. It's all how you see things, man.
Yeah.
Perspective is key, bro. And I learned that.
If you can't change your situation, change your perspective.
That's it, dude. You know what? And like I learned that. I'll be 34 this year, and I didn't learn. I wish I would have known what I know now back when I was.
And what was that?
Getting in trouble. Just like perspective and like. Just like sitting back and thinking, because the kind of guy that I am, that's what got me in a lot of trouble years ago, and because I did some prison time, and I was really like down the wrong path, you know. And I think we've all, you know, as growing up, like in different levels, we've all kind of made dumb choices. You know, we all kind of, that's a part of growing up, you know. And it wasn't until like my early 20s when I got in a lot of trouble, and then I ended up doing some prison time. But it wasn't until I got older. I was just a little bit of a late bloomer. It wasn't until I got older that I really, like, my eyes really opened, you know. And it took me having to go through all those experiences to realize, like, dude, you got to change. Like, 'cause I used to be like, oh, this is just the cards I was dealt, so this is what life gives me, so this is all I have to do. So this is, I went to prison, so all I could do is have these types of jobs because I got in trouble, and you know the system screws me. I had that weird like
the victim mentality.
Yeah, dude.
Woe is me.
I did, you know. And it wasn't so bad to where like it was like I was like a negative person to be around, because I've always been kind of positive, but I've always like when it came to myself, I always was like.
You were a negative person for yourself to be around.
Yeah, and then now, but as I got older, and things have just changed, and like I just see it so differently now, bro.
Yeah.
And like that's not the case.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I mean, yeah, I fucking made a mistake.
Yeah.
Years ago, but it's because of those experiences and those mistakes that I'm able to be the man who I am today, and I love who I am, dude.
Yeah.
And like I went through some shit, and you know, and now I have a whole new. Perspective, and I just appreciate things so much more because of the things that I went through.
Yeah.
I don't have that victim mentality. I have a mentality of like, yeah, I did that stuff, but that doesn't define me, you know?
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. So
yeah, it's kind of interesting. There's also another, I'm like real Cody right now, but like there's another quote where it's like, life is 90% of what happens and 10% of how you react to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
okay.
You don't really have control over life. Like shit just happens. But most of your life is just reacting to what's going on.
Yeah.
That you have no control over. Like COVID happens, okay, how are you gonna respond? How you come out of it? How are you gonna do this?
Mm-hmm.
Where's your mindset? Like you fucking get pulled over by a cop, now you got a ticket, how are you gonna respond to that?
Yeah.
How are you gonna handle that? Are you gonna let it linger? Are you gonna go to court now? Next thing you know, you get pulled over again and now you have to go to jail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's how you like respond to what life happens. Cause it's like I used to always think about it too, where it's like fuck, like I never thought I would be right here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you think back 5 years ago and you're like, I would never think I would be here. Because, like, literally, you might have a 5-year plan and you might do some of those things in that plan.
Yeah.
But also, too, by the way you do them, you're like, I never thought I would do it that way.
Yeah.
I never thought I would do it this way. I never, like, it's because, like, no one has control over, you like, we're all just people on a fucking big-ass rock just floating in the middle of space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you might have an idea like, oh, I want to do this or I want to do that, but like, and then you know, days go on and like shit changes, you know?
Shit changes. Like, if you told me, like, I would get my break in social media and the media game at a fucking furniture company, you know, like a furniture company.
I don't sell furniture.
Like,
I don't know. I know you sit on it, you know, whatever. But
yeah. But it's like a big business, you know?
Yeah.
People need shit to sit on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a necessity
It's
for
a
sure.
necessity. It's like, it's not going to go away. It's not
No.
going out of style.
Nah.
You know, badass couches aren't going out of style.
That's right.
You know what I
And
mean?
everyone needs badass couches, dude.
Everybody. Like, imagine if you had a badass couch.
Dude, the next place we get, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Is have a sick ass couch. I'm serious. Have a badass couch. I want like a TV setup. I got it all planned out. It's just a matter of time.
You can't have that, dude.
For
You gotta
sure.
get the people to get off their asses, not sit.
No, well, that's for like, it's like for me and like, you know, after the workout.
Create some
you know,
customer service, yeah.
After the workout area, you can come in and hang out.
Yeah.
I want to provide a place that like that you could like, I mean, you work out here too, but also like we want to. You could just hang out here all the time, you know? Like, have badass couches, have a sick-ass setup, you know, TVs,
Come lift
whatever.
with us.
Yeah.
So come sit
Come
down
hang
with
out
us.
here. That's it. Same shit.
Come lift with us, dude.
That's right.
That works for everything. But actually, that's kind of interesting. You brought up, like, can you, like, kind of go in a little... You don't have to, like, explain everything that happened through, like, all your, like, downfalls and all that. But kind of, can you get a little more detail about, like, how, like, what like kind of trouble you were in and like some of the moves that got you out into here today? Like,
oh yeah,
you know
no, of course. Yeah, so it's a part of my story, right?
Yeah.
So So yeah, man. So I grew up in Bakersfield. I was in a town called Oildale, which is I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Yeah.
It's just a grimy.
It's kinda like Coalinga.
It's like, dude, it's
Oildale.
like you go there and you're like, this place is
The trenches.
different.
I'm in the trenches.
Bicycles, people's with tattoos on their faces. Like, it's just like, there's some nice parts of Bakersfield. I love that place. But in Oildale, dude, it's just a different type of, just a little grimy, you know what I mean?
Okay,
A little trashy. But that's where I grew up. You know, I was raised by my mom. She was a single mother. She did the best she could. But I had my boys with me or whatever. And so I went on this path of like just doing dumb shit on a daily basis. I got really bad into drugs. You know, praise God, I've been, it's 2011, so this year it'd be 10 years clean. 10 years clean.
Congrats, bro.
Yeah, no, dude,
Yeah.
for sure, yeah. It's something to be proud of. I wore
Yeah.
that like a badge of honor, man. It's awesome because how I used to be, like, if you knew me back then, you'd be like, wow, like, this guy's changed it up, because I was so different, dude. So I got in a lot of trouble back in 2010. I did 3 years. I did 3 years in the state penitentiary down south in Ironwood, down by the Arizona border. Then I did some time up in Oregon. I got in trouble in both areas. I was active up and down the 5, you know.
Damn,
so I did my time
active
down
right
here,
there, dude.
did my time up there, and then it was
How much time?
I did 3 years total. I did 30. I did about 33 months.
Fuck, dude. What's
Yeah.
the mindset when you just fucking see that?
You know what? That's funny you say that, because there's a time, and I don't know if, I'm sure some of your listeners have gotten in trouble before, so they might be able to relate to me, but there comes a time when you're in county jail, and there's a time where like the shit just sinks in, you know, like it happens. And in there you can't show weakness. You can't be crying and shit in there, you know what I mean? You can't be like, because everyone's going through their own stuff, so you gotta be like, they call it program. You gotta program, you gotta do your thing. You gotta wake up, make your bed, whatever. So there was a time, I'll never forget it. I was there for a couple days, and I go to put water in my cup. They give you like little plastic cups and shit. And the water was just spewing out just a little bit down. It was like just enough to run down the metal, like, and then trickle down into the drain of the sink. So I had to like tilt the cup up to get it, you know.
Right.
It was in that moment where shit just hit me, where I wasn't sure how much time I was gonna do, you know, and like, cause at first, like, they throw a bunch of time at you, you know, oh, you did this and that, you know, and you're looking at this much time, and it really hit me, you know. I'm just like, I was on a 21 hour lockdown, and it almost broke me, dude. Like, you wanna get teary eyed, like, oh my God, this is what I did, I fucked up, you know, everything's gone.
Right.
That's when it hit me. That's whenever like it got real for me.
And is this the first time?
Yeah, it was the first time. Yeah,
Okay.
first time getting it. I got some couple drunk in Publix, whatever. Spent some time in the drunk tank, but once I went to jail that one time, I was in there for 3 years. You know, I didn't get out till 2013. So yeah, when I'm in there and I'm doing my thing, I start. You know, I'm still like a little wild, and I'm fighting a lot or whatever, and that's when I end up getting a bunch of tattoos and doing my thing. But it wasn't until
You have a beautiful chest, by the way. Dude.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man.
Damn,
Thanks,
son.
man. Thank you. And when I went out to Oregon, you know, and doing my time up there, and I was able to kind of do my own thing. It wasn't like how it was in California, you know. So it was like it's not so. Here you have to do what everybody else does. It's like you don't get to do your own thing. Up there, you could do your own thing. Kind of, it's different up there. So I did in Oregon, yeah. And then I had all these plans of getting out because I was able to kind of be myself. I'm like, I was in a better place, dude. And then about 5 months before I got out, my mom passed away while I was in there, dude. And I was having that one person that like was just always there for you, you know, I'm not sure what your relationship is like with your mom or dad, but
awesome,
you got those parents that like that, like they just like, you don't matter what you do, they're there for you, you're their baby, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have very many people that in your life that's gonna be in your corner no matter what. You have fucking 5 people maybe if you're lucky.
Maybe, yeah.
So like, and then she was one of those for me. She was one of the only ones that I had, you know, and so she was supposed to
Especially when you're down bad, bro.
Oh,
those
yeah,
people
dude.
disappear quick when you actually need those people. Like, those people are nowhere near.
Yeah, no, I know, dude. And my mom was always there, and then she was supposed to come pick me up, and then 5 months before I got out, I got the phone call, and I was devastated, dude. I was just a mess, and then I wanted to, I know she never got to see me succeed, so like I wanted to like I wanted to show her that like I wasn't always gonna be this fuck up that what she saw. So now like I just keep that in mind when like the life that I live now. It's like I'm just showing her that like I'm finally the man that she wanted me to be. So I was able to pull my head out, you know, and change and be the man that she always wanted me to be. Like she's the man that she always saw, but like I wasn't that person, you know.
Yeah.
Now I can say like with the clear conscience that I'm now that person, you know.
Yeah.
And even though she didn't get to see me like personally, like I know she's like, and it sounds cliche, but I believe it. I know she's up there and she's proud of me, dude. You know what I mean? So it's cool. But that was one of the biggest reasons for me to turn around. You know, losing her was just eye-opening, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff, man. Life's a trip.
Yeah, 90%. I mean, it's how you react to it, right?
Yeah, I almost got a little teary-eyed right now just talking about it, man.
Hey, it's a sit-down podcast.
Hey, gosh. This is
therapeutic. I told you. I don't know what it is. I do have a psych degree, so, you know.
I'm about to use your shoulder to give you a little...
Oh, that's funny, dude. I should start bringing some tissues here now.
And I would have been slime you had it in your pocket, like, hey, boom, check it out, boom, I got you.
Like a little handkerchief. You look down, it's like...
Have like a sponsor with tissue, like, brought to you by so-and-so. You're like,
all right, guys, brought to you by Kleenex. Like, that would be so funny if that was one of my...
No, that'd be so sick. You should do that, man.
Kleenex, because people cry on you.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
Dude, that's an amazing story, though, like, to, like, triumph for that, because it's, like, it's kind of funny, too, for, like, me, like, because I kind of, like, I've obviously not known any of this stuff before this, but, like, I've, like, seen you from afar, right? Because, like, I've always known Caitlin. I've known Caitlin since high school, you know? And then, like, the last, like... Because you guys been dating for...
6 years.
6 years, right?
Pretty sure it's 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
And so I remember, like, when you first started popping around, you know what I mean? And, like, I remember hearing about you, and I was seeing you in the gym and things like that. And, like... And then, like, to me, you're just like, oh, Caitlin's new boyfriend or whatever, you know? And, like... And then, like, I was just, like, I would hear things about you, like, oh, like, he's been in jail, things like that. And I was just like, oh, like, I never wasn't gossiping. Yeah. I would just hear it, and I was like, oh, like, all right. Like, I wonder what he did. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Things like that. And, like, I'd occasionally see you guys, and then, like, boom, and then, like, I leave, you know, so I'm doing my own thing. And the next thing you know, like, here we are, and I hear you and Caitlin are doing this, and I'm like, yo, that's beautiful. That's dope. Yeah. Like, it's cool to see, like, that, like, I only saw your story from afar, but even just knowing the little bit I know and, like, the stuff you share on Instagram and stuff, I'm just like, yo, this guy right here really, like, you know, like, to draw, like, was like, you know what, like, fold, let me get a new set of cards. And, like, you really have a new hand.
Something
like,
different,
Yeah, and that's really cool to see, like, because you got here through the oil fields. Is that how you ended up in Coalinga? Yeah,
man. So I got a job at a company here. It's called PSC. You know, because, you know, being locked, when you have that record, I mean, a lot of it's true. Like, when you have something on your record, like, a lot of jobs won't because of your felonies or whatever. But oil fields are always, like, hiring, like, you know,
manpower,
hands. You know, being these guys who are willing to pick up a shovel or whatever. So I got my
work.
I got my ends, and then I just hit the ground running. And then I just promoted, and then I started running heavy equipment. You know, I was able to run, like, a backhoe, an excavator, things like that. And now I help run the location here in town. So. We actually have locations here and in Lost Hills and in San Ardo. So me and my boss, we run those locations, and I'm a supervisor here, and they give me a brand new Dodge truck and gas cards, and they trust me with all that stuff. It's cool, man. It's a pretty good job. I like it.
Just always bossed up then, huh?
Just leveling up, dude.
Yeah.
Just keep on progressing. You know?
just sparked, like, where does this, like, hard working attitude come from? Like, obviously you didn't always have this, right?
No, dude. You know that's actually a great question. You know, I didn't always have that, and I was always like, I had jobs like at Subway before I got in trouble. You know, I used to make sandwiches a lot.
Sandwich king.
But you know, whenever I was up in Oregon, I was on a work crew, and we were on a forestry crew. We would, like, cut trees down, and we would, like, it's actually pretty dope, dude. We would actually go through, like, all these units. I was in the forest every single day, and, like, in the mix, like, porcupines were walking around. I didn't even know a porcupine was in the forest, and I don't know where you'd even find one of them things, but they're in there. They're big, and you want to walk the other way when you see one of those things. But we're in the mix, dude. Like deers and elk were everywhere, and we're out there cutting trees down. We're out there like trapping mountain gophers.
Fucking out Mother Nature.
Just doing shit, planting trees.
Just doing shit.
It was like hard work, and it actually, like, helped me create this, like, habit of getting up and going to work every day,
Right,
because
and hard
well,
work.
and they're like you want to get out of the gates. You don't want to be inside the gate all day.
Yeah.
So like we wake up in the morning, it'd be raining or snowing. You don't want to go out there, but you don't want to be here. So you got to get up and go to work. And then like doing it so many times, you know, we talk about developing new habits. You know, as I developed a habit, and then I just took it with me. So when I got out, I hit the ground running. I was on parole. Never missed it, never pissed dirty, never did nothing. I gave him no reason to mess with me. And then I ended up buying my car. I got my own place. You know, still going to work every day. I got a better job, and then I got this job right here. Then I bought my own house. You know, I got married, opened up my own gym. Now I'm a landlord. I own a condo in Bakersfield.
Damn, bro.
And so like, and I'm not saying this to like be like, oh, look what I did or whatever, because that's not what I'm about. Like, it's just all like these blessings that God has given me, and all these opportunities that I was been able to make the best of. And so like you said it yourself, like you got these new cards now, and you don't have to be stuck with those same cards.
Yeah.
And so I got me a new deck, and I'm just making the best out of life, dude. I'm loving it, dude.
Maximizing opportunities.
Things are great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have a great life, and it's cool because this kind of shit wasn't supposed to happen for me. Statistically, like they say, like you have an 85% chance to reoffend whenever you get locked up. Like 85% of people go right back inside.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And you know, it doesn't have to be your life. It doesn't have to be like what's for you.
Who you
So
are.
yeah, so I was able to change it, and well, here we are, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, that's so awesome, because it's like I was talking about I was talking about this on like a couple episodes ago about like you kind of like found out how to work hard like kind of just like on accident. You know what I mean? Because like the reason how I found out how to work hard like was because my parents were divorced when I was growing up, you know, so like I lived basically in two households, so I'd go back and forth. But I noticed, like, especially as a young kid, like the more I was in trouble, like everything, like in getting in trouble with school, all this stuff, the more I was acting up, the more like my parents would be on my ass, all these things, and like I wouldn't be able to do anything. But the more I was just like, I got good grades, like I did everything like proper, like you're just supposed to, like, you know, like that you're supposed to do like as a kid. And I would do that, and I noticed as I did that, like my parents just kind of gave me more and more and more and more freedom. And like every time I was like, yo mom, I'm gonna go over here on Saturday night, and she's like, okay, cool, because like I'm doing everything right, like there's no reason to like restrict me. And I learned like that. I was like, okay, like if I do right and I do good, like people stay off my ass, and I get more freedom, and like I get more rewards when I'm like doing good, you know. And like I kind of developed this saying, I don't know if it's an actual quote, but it's kind of like my life motto was, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm gonna do the right thing until I get there. Yeah. You know, that's how I lived that's how I got to where I got. That's cool. I like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what's right and what's wrong. You know what's right and what's wrong, and you don't know exactly where you're gonna go, but I know doing the right thing's gonna get me there. You know what I mean? Like you can miss opportunities by doing the wrong things. For 100%. You know, like you never know what's gonna come. That's right, dude. But if you're like waking up every morning, getting after it, doing the things that you want to do, that you know are right and know that are good for you, not only like good like on paper, but are just like mentally, physically good, and morally good, where you wake up every morning not stressed out, not worried about this, not worrying about that, because you know every morning you're waking up, taking care of yourself, taking care of the people you need to take care of, getting after it, and then boom, an opportunity comes, you're like, oh yeah, I'm ready for that. Easy. Season it, bro. Because lunch meat. Because like they say, like the universe will always like you get what you put out, you know, and I believe that. I feel like if you have a negative output, or you have negative things, like you're gonna have like negative things come back to you in return, you know. And I think if you change your perspective, like we talked about earlier, and like opportunities come, you gotta be open to receiving them, you know. Yeah, you gotta be ready for them though too. Yeah, receive it and take it, because you might not be ready for it. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like in the NFL, like, or even in the NBA too. Like you'll hear like of stories. This guy was just on his couch 10 days ago, and now he's out here he like bagging groceries. You know, what I mean? He's throwing touchdown passes. Yeah, but it's like you don't hear that story. You'll hear that story, but it won't be a good story unless that guy was ready. Like he said, he was on his couch, but was he really? If he really was, training, like he's gonna be gone. 3 times a day, but if he was still getting it and he was ready to go, like, and he's there, he probably wasn't on his couch. Yeah, he's probably getting after it. Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's why now he's out there. But it's like you could have missed the opportunity, and now it's like, say you're being lazy, doing wrong, and you know you're being lazy, you know you're doing wrong, and the opportunity comes and you can't seize it. That just adds to it. That just adds to it. Dagger, bro. You're just like in sync, like sand. Yeah, you know what I mean? What is that called? Quicksand?
Quicksand, yeah.
Is that real?
I mean,
is quicksand real? Like a real thing?
I've heard about it. I've never seen it. You know what I mean? Like,
how does that happen? Like, it's just you just fall into the earth?
I don't know. I feel like it's like, and I don't know if I could be wrong, but like I feel like it's somewhere like in the Middle East, right? Middle East. You're walking, like you got your camels or whatever, you know,
and then fall into it.
You just start like sinking.
Imagine the first person that fell into quicksand.
They're like, what the fuck
How
is this?
How scared boy, you
what
were.
The fuck is
like,
this?
You just saw your camels, all your shit falling into the ground.
Your boys, like, if I'm there, I'm like, I can't help you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, how did the first person figure out how to like get out of it too?
Yeah. And like, do you like? Is there like quicksand zones? Like, do you like? Is it on maps? Like, if you're on like Google Maps, they're like, don't go. 10 more feet this way. There's a quicksand. You know, don't go there.
You're fucked. You're fucked.
Is it taped off?
And it's like the more you struggle, the more you fall in, right?
Yeah.
Why is that such a metaphor for life?
Because it's true.
It's true. Yeah? Like if you stay calm in the quicksand, you'll get out.
Yeah. The more like, you like try to fight it and like do your thing, like it will consume you, dude.
Yeah. Interesting.
It is interesting.
The conclusions you come to.
Yeah,
you know?
no, that's true though, man.
Yeah.
But I've never seen anybody like, I mean, you never see on YouTube like people getting trapped in the quicksand.
I mean, it's there probably.
I never looked it up either.
If you Google it right now.
I will.
Quicksand, like it's there.
Quicksand video.
No, it's there. There's probably millions of them. It's probably like a real niche.
What's a niche?
A niche is like a specific thing or topic.
Okay.
So like a niche could be like comedy skits. Like you could be like, so in the umbrella of comedy, you could be a stand-up comedian. You could be a comedy podcast. You can be a person who does funny rants. There's all kinds of things of comedy, right?
Yeah.
A niche is like, okay, I just do skits. That's my niche.
That's my niche.
That's what I do.
That's my shit.
That's my shit. If you come to me, I don't do stand up. I don't do this. I don't do that. But I do comedy skits. That's a niche.
Yeah.
You know, like that's kind of like, it's kind of like we're kind of going to the niche society where it's like, since there's so much out there, like so much content, there's hella content that like you have to be niched now. Like where when people come to me or my page or my thing, you're gonna get this. You know what I mean? Like your gym's a niche. This niche is like powerlifting,
old school.
Yeah, old school powerlifting, and like community. That's like your niche of gym. Not all gyms are like that. There's like Planet Fitness where they're like all about just come and get your workout in your lunch and leave.
Yeah,
that's like their thing.
Yeah,
like GB3 is like, oh, like you're gonna have saunas, you're gonna have this experience. Like Crunch Fitness is like, you're like, you know, this type of gym. You have all these different niches of gym. You know what I mean?
I get you.
Some gyms have basketball courts where you're gonna get games, and that's their niche. They're like more athletic.
Yeah.
So they might have more athletic equipment. You know what I mean? That's a niche. So like niches are important because they get people to come back. Yeah. Because they know what to expect from you. People like patterns and repetitions and things like what they know what to expect. Like if you turn on MTV, you're gonna get reality TV, music, and like probably some trendy stuff. If you tune into history, you're gonna get History Channel. You know, like channels are niches. Like if you don't want to tune into the History Channel and get like a reality show, you're like, what the fuck is this? Like I tune in to watch my history, and not to watch reality. You know what I mean? So like niches are important because it's like it gives people that pattern and like because right now my niche is like conversation and story. That's like in like society and culture, you know, that's like my little niche. So like when people tune into the sit down, you're gonna get me and a guest. Yeah, that's what you're gonna get every time. You
real
know?
Life
conversation. That's my niche. You know what I mean? I don't sit here with the co-host and we talk about like the news. Like there's podcasts like that where they just sit and they give their opinion on the news and shit. That's a niche, you know. But my niche is, you know, I'm like in the Joe Rogan niche umbrella, like where I just have conversations with people. So that's
cool. Yeah, I never even heard that before.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm gonna start using that.
Well, because it's like a growing thing. Because like on TikTok now, like they say like to get TikTok famous, you have to have like a niche. Yeah. Get into your niche. That's like the most important thing. Like when people, because people will follow, they won't follow you for random videos. They'll follow you because they like how you do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's like playing to your strengths. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like if you just do basketball videos. But not just basketball videos, you do how-to videos, like where you're like, you show a move like in the NBA, this is how you do it. Yeah. And that's all you do. The only videos you do is just how-to. Yeah. Because if you do anything else, everyone's like, oh, that's not why I follow you.
Yeah, that's the how-to guy.
He's the how-to guy for NBA. Like, you know what I mean? He's not the rant guy about about coffee. He doesn't
Yeah.
rant about coffee. Who's
Yeah.
this guy? You know, that's kind of annoying too, though, about niches. You can get caught into like you can get caught into character though. You can get trapped that way as well. So you have to be
That's
careful.
like you're only that.
You're only that. You can't grow out of it.
You know what? Like how this might be a little different, but I feel like that like with actors, like you get like the Harry Potter. That's Harry Potter to me.
That's Harry
dude.
Potter. You can't
If I
do
see him like
any other role.
it's like, dude,
Where's your wand?
I'm
bro?
sorry, bro. Like do the spell. It's just not the same.
Exactly. See, that's what we
That's
do
his
though.
niche, though,
That's our
you know?
That's what like
And it
that
harmed
actually
him.
happens.
I think it messed him up.
Yeah, it could fuck you up as an actor. Like that's why Will Smith did it right. He was on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as Will Smith.
Yeah.
So like when he left Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he was the Fresh Prince still, but he was still Will Smith.
Yeah.
He wasn't like Carlton. Carlton is just Carlton
Yeah,
now. Like
yeah.
if Carlton can't be in a serious role.
No.
Imagine him being like a doctor, like, oh my god, like this guy's dying.
Yeah.
I need to save him.
I couldn't
Like,
take him
you're like,
serious.
do the dance, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
Sing
mean?
Tom Jones. Yeah.
Sing Tom Jones. Was it? No way.
Everybody unusual to be loved by
anyone. That was classic.
That
yeah.
was, dude. And
Yeah.
that worked for him, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel
But
like
you get caught in that though.
for sure.
It also could hurt you.
That then it hurt him.
Yeah, 'cause he can't get out of roles.
maybe he doesn't care.
Maybe he don't
he's
care.
like, I don't care about that. This is what I
make
did, and
my
now I'm
money.
doing this.
He still does commercials like as Carlton.
Yeah,
know
well,
what
that's
I mean?
like still making money. That's what he knows. It's like a worldwide known thing. Like,
Yeah, I
that's
mean-
Carlton, you know.
It could suck, but even when it sucks, it's still a good thing because people still know you. You're still recognized. You're still a person that can make money off whatever.
Because
that
what's
is.
important is like people know who you are, regardless of like, oh, you're only known as the Tom Jones guy or whatever.
You're known
like,
as the lifting
people,
guy.
But people, yeah, me exactly,
You
yeah.
know?
But people like that's how they know me is like,
Yeah.
and that's like my niche. You won't see me out there playing basketball.
Right.
It's terrible. It's not
It's
fun.
terrible.
I got horrible ankles. You
Yeah.
know, I'm good at like single movement, like 3-rep lifts. Like I can
Or
move
3-rep
some weight.
lifts.
I can move some weight, but
Never
don't try to
seen
have
you
me do
10.
though. Yeah. My
Never
ankles
10.
get broke. It's a bad deal.
You were always a good guy to have, though. You know, because
Defense.
You push people up the
That's
way.
it, that's it.
I'd come in.
Yeah,
Hey.
I get the ball, I pass it right away. That was me, dude.
It was dope though. You were a good teammate.
Yeah.
Because I loved having the ball in my hand. Because I was a basketball guy. That was my
it.
niche.
That was it. That's who you are, dude.
You hit
and
me up.
and then he went somewhere, dude.
Yeah.
With it. We were talking about that earlier. How sick is that? That's
That
just
was-
what an
It was
experience,
a dream,
dude.
dude.
What an
It was a dream.
experience.
That was like my whole like dream as a kid.
So like to me, like I've never been to college. Oh, I've been to like West Hills, I took some classes here and there, but I've never been to like a college, like D3.
Yeah.
That's cool. You were scouted.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
play here. We saw you play. That's badass. So to me, I feel like you're out of school. That their basketball team is like that's their shit, you know. So
Yeah.
you're on that team. You made
Yeah.
the team. Coming here, I feel like that women would just like throw themselves at you. That in my head, that's why I'm like, oh, that guy like. Women like basketball, like
Yeah,
Friday, Saturday. That's Anthony. You know, look what he's doing over there. You know, that's
Yeah.
number. What number were you?
I was 31 my first year, and then I was 2.
That's number 2 right there. Boom.
Number
you know?
2, yeah.
That's it. And so like you're that guy, and so like women like you're on. You know, so they throw themselves at you. All these parties, all like this cool shit. That's what I think about when I think about college experiences. You know.
Yeah.
And everything else that goes along with that. You know. All the,
It was something like that, but
Yeah.
it was a little different. I mean, I had a girlfriend with the whole thing.
oh, okay. So you didn't get to do it.
I
Are
didn't
you
get
guys
to
still
do it.
together?
No. That was the bad breakup that happened.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah.
So like that was like, it was dope because it was like, you know, she was one of the coolest on campus, things like that. And I was.
So you met her over there?
I met her over there.
Oh.
Yeah, things like that. But it just didn't work out. I don't want to get into much detail about that, but yeah, it was dope. One of the coolest things I think this was like the coolest like part of my whole basketball career was it was senior night. It was our senior night, so last home game. It wasn't our last home game because we secured a spot to have like the championship there at the spot.
Yeah.
But it was like one of our last home games, like season games. All our parents were there, like, so we had 10 guys from Cali. So we had dudes from LA, dude from Stockton, dude from like, you know,
all around. Yeah.
I had a dude from Fresno. There was a guy from Fresno that I
that's
played
cool.
with in West Hills. He went to Ridley. And so we played against. So like, it was just people like from California. It was we California the fuck out of that
Yeah,
place.
that's
So it was
cool.
dope.
Yeah.
And that's a cool thing too. Like it's a cool little card you can play when you're in college, like especially as a basketball player. Like, oh, California, you know what I mean? Like it's
feel
a
like
real
people
thing.
think it's cool, like-
they think it's cool as fuck.
You're at
like,
the beach all day, aren't you? I'm
Yeah.
like,
Nah.
no, actually.
I'm in the valley.
yeah. I'm like 2 hours this way.
Yeah. But so it was really cool because our senior night was when we broke this. Division 3 record for. I almost broke the Division 3 record. Is when we scored 200 points.
Yeah.
We scored 200.
You went to ESPN on that.
Yeah, and so we went to ESPN, and it was so dope because leading up to that, because we were ranked number 1, and we already were making waves because we were like, I mean, we're scoring 135 a night, and we're doing it no other like way. No one else was doing it. And so in the mornings, we'd have news teams coming, like recording us, getting us for news, like stories and stuff. So we had cameras there like all the time, and so that was dope. And then the ESPN thing happens, and what was dope about that too was like we're like us and maybe like a group of like 8 dudes were all out. We're all in downtown St. Louis, and we're out there partying and stuff. And then boom, that's when we first see it is at the bar. This just in, Greenville University just broke school history, 200 points, and then you see all our names right there because we all scored and shit. And it was just so cool because like it was like all of us on team. We're right there in downtown St. Louis. The bar was packed. Nice. It was just like, oh my god,
look at that. That's right.
So it was so dope, bro. And then like while all that was going on, like that's right when I got picked by my college to do a piece on me about my story, like
that's cool.
So like it's called a transfer experience, and like they like did like a whole story, so they followed me around, recorded me, like this whole thing. And like it was like during all of that, so it was just like we had news people coming, and I had them like doing that video on me doing it, and ESPN, like we just made ESPN, so we had even more people. Just it was just like this cool little like maybe like a month and a half, 2 month span of just like it felt like D1. Like I don't care.
How euphoric is that?
You
bro?
couldn't tell me like nothing. Like I was like, bro, this is it. Like
this is it.
Like this is what I worked for right here. Like all those lonely nights, all that dreaming, all the fucking hours just
small
fucking
town,
shooting, all that shit.
Coalinga.
Yeah, I mean, it was just
people
dope.
are like, who, what?
Yeah,
Coalinga?
it was just dope, and it was like this is like I made it, dude. Like this was it. You know, like this was like what I worked for, and then it was just awesome, dude.
Yeah.
You know, and now I'm a podcast guy.
Yeah, that's badass.
It's my new endeavor.
Yeah,
you know? So
yeah.
I hope to have the same experiences one day with podcasting. So.
Yeah, well, we're talking about what you have so far, what's been going on, and you're making moves, you're making waves, dude.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying.
What you're doing out there, and you have all these guests coming on, and it's just gaining momentum, dude. You know?
Yeah, gaining momentum.
I'm here for it, man. It's awesome.
Have you ever heard of? There's this one guy on Instagram. His name's Charlie, and he has a really dope story. But his like saying is, I'm on a winning streak. Like he tells himself that all the time. His whole thing is like manifest destiny, and you can like like words or spells. That's what they call it, spelling. Like all these different things, right? And like his whole thing is like telling himself and telling everyone like you're on a winning streak. Like you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you have like. And like he does this too, like when he goes to Starbucks and he pays for his coffie and he's like, yeah, can I get this? And he's just like, all right, well that'll be like $3 whatever. And he's like, all that happiness in this cup for $3? You know, because he loves his coffee. You know, and it's just like, I'm on a winning streak. That's only $3.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and so he constantly tells himself like, I'm on a winning streak. Like I woke up this morning, I rolled over, I kissed my wife, I have fucking brushed my teeth, I'm walking, like I'm like able to talk, all this stuff. I'm on a winning streak right now, dude. Like I got momentum.
Self-talk is, I just read this book, dude. It's called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. And it's just the title. I was like, okay, it's got me hooked a little bit. Check this thing out. And this guy talks about how important, like the difference between like people that are successful from like the middle class. Like he did like a research study, and like all these people have such like similar qualities.
Everyone's
dude.
so close.
He's like, what is the and he's like, what is the difference? And it's all like, it all comes down to like what this person would say to themselves opposed to what this person would say to themselves. Because a lot of times, what we say to ourselves, we use words like we're programmed a certain way. So like we have programming like, oh, like we might say things like, oh man, I need to start eating better, I need to start exercising, or I need to like get my ass up and get a better job. But like saying those things, like, are you like,
you're probing it?
Are you like, yeah,
prolonging.
You're kind of putting it off? Like it's just like something simple as like, I am going to. This is what I am gonna do. Like just change it, and like he talks about like saying that, but then finishing the sentence like, I am gonna get a job and be successful, and I'm gonna make over $100,000 a year, and I'm gonna do. And just like their self-talk is so important. And he kind of does this. He talks about. He wants you to like. In part of the book, I've been doing it. It's kind of crazy, but like. He says he wants you to have a full conversation with yourself, So in the he says go in the shower and whatever. So I actually did it this morning. Cause I was nervous to get on the show, dude. You know, I'm nervous and cause I get too excited.
I feel honored that you're nervous.
Yeah, I get nervous cause I don't want to I start to stutter and I get too excited.
You're an excellent speaker, by the way.
Well, it's cause
I love watching your Instagram rants and all your talks.
I'm the rant guy.
You're actually really good at that.
I'm the rant guy.
You're good at not everyone. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. I come off, and I know I'm not trying to, but I come off just yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Yeah. Like you hit this. And
I can't as much as I try to do it, and but it's either I come off like that or I come off yo, what's up?
Yo, what up?
I'm just why do I do that?
Super chill,
the only time I can be real is when I'm talking to somebody and I'm on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's the only time I'm all right, I feel genuine. But if I'm just straight up talking to the camera, I just feel
it's a weird thing.
Weird, but for me, for you, you feel you come off so just
oh, dude, that's
real.
cool. I appreciate that.
You come off real as fuck.
I appreciate that. No, I try to be. Definitely who I am on there is who I am in real life for sure, 100%.
But anyways, what you did this morning?
Oh yeah, so I'm nervous, right? So I don't want to say stupid shit or anyways. So I have a conversation with myself, a full blown 5-minute conversation. I'm okay, so you're nervous about today's show. Well, why are you nervous about today's show? Well, because I'm on camera and this guy's he reached out we're gonna make this happen and I don't want to say something stupid. Well, why would you say something stupid? And so it's crazy.
Counseling yourself.
If Caitlin would walk in and I'm hey, so she'd be like, who the fuck are you talking to? You know what I mean?
Bitch, you got back here.
Yeah, and I'm talking to myself, which sounds even more crazy. You know what I mean? You lost your mind.
Where Kevin Hart was the only time I lie is when the truth sounds too crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, dude. And so I do that, and I did that this morning, and I felt good about it.
Yeah.
I felt really good about it. The conversation.
It calms you down.
Yeah. I mean, I feel I made good points to myself. I'm well, this is gonna happen because of, and I'm oh, well, that's true.
Yeah. It works.
You got a point there.
That really does work, because because I've done that. I do that to myself naturally, dude. Where I'm I'll be freaking out. I'm dude, why am I freaking out over this? Why? Why? I'm because I'm nervous, I'm scared. Okay, why am I scared? And it's because I don't know this guy. Well, it's you don't know anybody you talk to. You know what I mean? You just start going through it and you dumb it down and you're all right, I'm chilling.
It's something you do, man.
You know what I mean? And I've kind of gotten that way with my girlfriend, because we're getting back in the gym, and for me it's been difficult because I went from training every day for basketball. I was always working hard for something, to perform. And then when I got out, it was fuck this shit. You know what I mean? Because it felt like a job.
Now what? Yeah.
You know what I mean? It felt like a job at that point where I didn't really find the value in it. I was just doing it to perform and to
and that part was over. So
that part was over. So before, and so that's when I that finally got my freshman 15. I put on weight and shit like that, and I was just struggling with it.
Freshman 15, what is that?
Freshman 15 is when you go into college or you go into high school or whatever, you start stress eating and you start eating a lot and stuff because you start going out more. You have you start drinking more, and so you put on 15 pounds.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
The freshman 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think it's more. They say that in high school, but it's more college because you get out of your home, out of your house, more than likely when you go to college, and now you have this freedom to eat what you want, drink when you want, all the freedoms, and so you you mishandle your diet, and then you put on 15 pounds. And so to me, I got the freshman 15 in life, where now I didn't have anything to push me, so now I finally put on the weight that everybody else was putting on, but I finally put it on. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
And so, but getting back into the weight room has been challenging, especially when you have a girlfriend and stuff, because it's you just want to chill with her and cuddle with her and be laid up. You know?
Yeah.
And so. But we both felt it. We're we want to go to the gym, And once I get into it, I kind of get back in my zone. I'm just because I'm used to pushing myself. When I get into it, I know how to work hard when I get in there. You know?
Well, you're an athlete, bro.
I know how to do it, right? And she's done it to a certain extent, but never to that level, And so when we get in there, sometimes I catch myself too. I dread it, and I'm fuck, gym today, fuck. You know what I mean? I don't know, but then I hear her doing it too, and she's man, I don't want to go to the gym or whatever. I'm and I asked her just straight out, she's I'm why are you dreading it right now? And she's actually, I don't know. And then I kind of, by asking her, it's actually asking myself too, and I'm why am I dreading it?
Yeah.
I love doing it. It makes me feel better. So why am I hating it? Why am I dreading it? You know what I mean?
For sure.
And so those self-talks too, but I've been doing it also with my girlfriend too. It's why though?
Yeah.
And
that's good. I don't know. And once you verbalize and you ask yourself that, why am I feeling? And then there's really no unless there's like a definite reason, but like, you know, sometimes like for me, like the weights feel heavy, you know, I don't want to be here. But like I've made it to where like it's not so much motivation's cool, dude. And I think it's awesome that people get motivated by certain people, and I get motivated by people that are coming in here like they just had a baby, so they're out there, they're grinding, and that motivates me, and so like
it fizzles out quick though.
It's cool, but it goes away, dude. That only lasts so long. You got to develop that habit, that discipline, the discipline of like, this is what I'm working for this, or this is what I want to do. I don't want the freshman 15 no more. I'm tired of that shit. I'm working towards that. So you're not always gonna feel good about it, but my secret is, and you should probably do this right here, I'm gonna help you out. So get a great pre-workout. That one that just gets you going to where like you have to get going. I got a couple in my cabinet in there that I just like, when I'm not feeling it, I just take a scoop of that, and I'm just like, well, I gotta do something now.
You know, it's weird how I do it. So I do C4. I do the basic one.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
You know, but it's so funny how I do it, because you know how like people like fucking throw the fucking, like, some people are
the dry scoop it,
throw the dry scoop in there and fucking chug of water and all that stuff, like
I'm that
fucking crackheaded.
That's me. I got like powder on my nose.
Bro, this is how I do it, bro. This is how I do it. It's like complete opposite. So like 30 minutes before the gym, because my girl, we go at like 4:30, because she gets off at like, she gets home at like 3:45, and we'll either hit it right away, or I'm like, okay, like take 30 minutes, you know, unwind from work, and then but we're out at 4:30, right? And so when she gets home, this is how I do my pre-workout. You're gonna laugh at this. I get the scoop, I put it in like a glass, like a regular glass. I fill the water up, and then I put it on ice.
No.
And I just fucking sip.
You sip on it.
I sip it.
Oh my gosh, dude.
It's just like a drink, like, like a fucking like, it's
no
like
way.
an AMF or something, you know?
Because it's hanging out. You're all
blue, and I'm just with on the rocks,
cup.
like I sip it, bro. But like that, like kind of like, I like the slow, methodical, like, all right, I got 30 minutes. My pre-workout's on ice. Yeah. And I'm just like sipping it.
I'm just hanging out,
chilling, waiting for her to get going, you know? And it's not always me waiting for her, like, because I know she's going to hear this and be mad about it.
So, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But, like, anyways, and I sip on it, and, like, it's funny because she was like, you put it on ice? Like, what? Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah,
you know? A lot of people just want to get it over with, but I'm just enjoying it. But it gets me in that zone where I'm just like, all right, like,
it's almost empty. It's time to go.
Once this is gone,
that's interesting, dude. Yeah, because I actually just made a video about it the other day about someone asked me about how to take pre-workout. I did this like little question thing, and like I was like, do not sip on it. It is not a drink. Do not do that. That's what I said.
That's how I do it, bro.
I said dry scoop it like a man, or whatever. Just being a dummy, you know, just talking shit. But I've never met. Or Caitlin used to do that. She would sip on it. I got her away from that. But I've never heard anybody putting it on ice and making it a drink.
It's kind of funny.
Hey, I like that, dude. Yeah, that's cool, man.
It's just kind of like a timer for me, like, cause like I think like since I've gotten older, I've noticed like I like to like have that time to like
mentally prepare yourself.
Mentally prepare, like, all right, I'm about to get after it. When I get after it, I'm gonna go. I'm not the person where it's like, we're gonna work out. All right, let's go. Let's work out. Like, I'm like, all right, we're gonna work out. Let me get like, you know,
I'm gonna get ready for it.
We're gonna work out at 3. Okay, I'm sorry, like, you know, I'm gonna put my shoes on, get ready at like 2:30. I think it's a basketball thing, cause like as a basketball player, you show up, you kind of check out the court, you look around, you get your shoes on, you know, it's kind of almost like a methodical process to getting ready, you know.
Pre-game action.
Pre-game, you know, and that's kind of how I think I kind of like developed that, like where when I'm about to go work out, like I sip my drink, my pre-workout, and I'm like, once this is done, like we're gone. Like we'll get in there.
It's a timer right now.
It's a timer, and I'm like, all right, like
be ready when it gets down to this part. We're out
here. I need that transition from like chilling to like, all right, we're getting after it.
Yeah.
I can't like that quick, like we were just chilling 5 minutes ago, but now we're like sweating our asses off. Like that transition's just like, it feels awkward for me. It throws me off.
Yeah, I respect that. I think that's cool. You know, I'm definitely the exact opposite. You know?
I'm on the ice, bro. I'm on rocks, bro. Just catch me at the bar, bro. Drinking free
what are you sipping on right there? Oh, a little C4 blue raz.
C4, you know? I'm about to hit the gym after this.
Yeah, that's so funny, dude.
Little C4 blue raz.
Little blue raz on the rocks.
Fucking itching and shit.
It does make you itch.
Yeah.
I got this stuff called Stim Junkie right now. That's like, it's like super high stimulant to where you like you get dry mouth. It's almost like I'm reminded of like, it reminds me of like almost like if I was still like on drugs, which is not okay. It's kind of weird. I don't like that part.
Which is not okay.
It's not okay, but it gets me like going. You know, it's like you take that, and I'm a high caffeine tolerance guy, so I'll drink that. I got my coffees, I got my energy drinks. I do it a lot. This is not very healthy, you know what I mean?
You know, I had to watch that shit, dude. I started getting heart
palpitations.
Palpitations,
Me too, dude.
bro.
I had a heart monitor on my dude. Hey,
it's scary though.
I had a little episode at the fitness lab. I was like, I laid on the ground. I was like, oh my, is this it? Like I had like nobody even cared, bro. Remember we were talking about the culture thing?
Yeah.
Everybody like stepped over me.
Like, you using this?
Like Rob, like, my boys were like, hey Rob, you gonna finish your set? And I'm over here like, like give me a second.
You gonna finish?
And it passed, you know, it passed.
That's
and then I went and
weird.
worked out again, and then I got my monitor on me, and I never got one while I was on the monitor, you know. So I was just like, you know, whatever.
Well,
but
it's that because that freaks me out too. Because like, because I already kind of have a irregular heartbeat already.
Do you?
Yeah. I found out about that when I was going to college. Like one of the guys was like, yo, you have like a irregular heartbeat. Like they were kind of at first they were like sure about it, so I had to sit out because my heart. Because they were worried about it, and then I got it checked, and they're just like, well, you're okay. It's just like an irregular heartbeat, a heart murmur or whatever. And then so like recently I started getting palpitations?
Yeah, it's scary, dude.
It's scary. I started like I low key started feeling it when I was just chilling. I just
it
like
comes
one,
on and it increases like.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was weird. And then like it was just like that, a little like that, and then eventually like, it woke me out of my sleep, bro. Because I started having them, and I'm like throughout the day.
When you're sleeping?
Throughout the day, it started happening. I'm like, dude, that's what the fuck? It was weird. It was just. Like real quick, and I'm like, that's so weird. And then like I started stressing out about it, which made it happen more.
Yeah.
You know, because like what causes it, stress and anxiety, caffeine.
Yeah. Smoking
too much nicotine, smoking a lot of marijuana, and a lot of alcohol. So those are like, if you have all those mixtures, like that's what causes it. And so that actually came off like a weekend binger. Like we just fucking like went hard one like on a Thursday night. We went like hard, and I woke up, had coffee, you know, like lack of water, like I was stressing out about certain shit, you know. And so it was all mixture. So it slowly was happening, and I started stressing out about that. And then like at night, I was like, I was just thinking about it, dude. And then like I remember like I had a dream, and it felt like I was like drowning. It felt like I was just like in like water, and I woke up and I was like what the fuck? Like, and like it scared me, bro. So I fucking Googled that shit, and like I read it was nothing like it's not like
what'd you read?
It's not like a heart condition. Like it's like rarely a symptom of like a real heart condition. It's more a factor of like, you know, all these
things are going on. They say like it's only a problem if it like continuously happens.
It continuously happens, and like when you do get it, it's like. So you get shortness of breath, you're dizzy.
How long does it last?
How long does it last? Things like that. But like I've never was any of that. But they say when that happens, it's like really rare, you know. And so that's when I was like, yo, I gotta start like watching like, you know, my consumption of like certain things. And so like I started like paying attention because like that shit's scary, bro.
It is, dude. You know, I thought like maybe it could be the stuff that I'm taking, you know, like that I put into my body, plus the caffeine. Like, is it all like I went to the doctor and I'm transparent to like, oh, I'm taking this or taking that or whatever, and I'm also drinking all this caffeine, you know, and I just want to be like, help me out, like what's going on? And they're like, okay, we'll just monitor it, you know, and then like nothing ever came of it. I turned the thing back in. They're like, no, we didn't see anything going on. It's fine. But I'm like, no, it's not fine. It just didn't happen while the monitor was on me. So nothing ever came about it. I still get them sometimes. I had one like last week. I have to just like isolate myself, and like I had to put my head down, and sometimes they'll last for me like a minute to 2 minutes, dude, to where I'm just like, it's like I'm not dizzy, but shortness of breath, and it's like almost, it's not painful, but it's kind of like,
it's just an awkward
fluttering,
and
it just won't, you know, like, I need some time, so I need to like I'll go put my head down or something, you know. People are like, what's wrong with this guy? I'm just like, give me a second, you know. And then finally once it passes, I'm like, okay, cool.
It's weird, dude.
It is. It's strange. I wonder what's gonna happen with that. Is it ever gonna stop for me? Is it a thing? I don't know. I should probably go get
It's the first thing that kind of happened, and like I just ever since I started like laying off like more, like I started laying off like caffeines and like consistently. I'll still do them, you know, cause, like, you know, I love them and shit.
Me too. I love them too.
Yeah, but I won't like, because before I was just like, you know, it was just like caffeine, alcohol binger, caffeine, stress, alcohol, a little bit of weed, You know what I mean? It all just it just builds up, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh shit.
But you don't notice it.
Yeah.
You don't notice it until like, what if you were to track what you put in your body? It's funny that this guy brought up right now because I'm reading this book, and the guy talks about like if you're to track like what you spend, or like in this case like what you put in your body, like how many times you drink caffeine, so how many times you put like you write down like on notebooks like, okay, I had an energy drink, And then you would like keep track of it, you know, like, and you look back and like, oh my gosh, I had that much caffeine today, or I had that many milligrams.
Like a food diary.
It puts it into like perspective, like maybe I should stop. Or,
yeah.
That's why I drink this. Yeah, I started drinking this gallon of water every day, February 8th.
Yeah.
And so I drink all this water, and I kind of like, I have to drink 1 gallon a day. I'm on this program. It's called. You ever heard of 75 Hard?
Mm-mm.
This guy has
supposed to get your dick bigger.
This guy has a podcast. His name's Andy Frisella, you know, and he has a podcast, and he has this program called 75 Hard. It's a mentally tough program, and you have to do these certain tasks every day for 75 days. And it's supposed to help you build, like, create new habits, paying attention to small details, and once you complete these habits, he's not saying like you're guaranteed to you're not gonna get rich or whatever, but it's guaranteed that you're gonna be better than what you were. Like, you were gonna be like.
Because you're challenging yourself every day.
That's it, man. So like I drink this gallon of water every day, so I don't really have much time to drink energy drinks like I used to.
Yeah,
because I'm like, it takes the place of that.
Yeah.
So now I still drink my pre-workouts, but it's mostly water, you know.
Yeah. And like also too, when I was doing that, I gotta get another one of those because mine broke. But when I was doing that too, like what it was is like it kind of motivates you to like work out a little bit harder because you want to drink more. Like that helps you through your gallon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got a little something right here, Bubba. I'll help you out there.
Appreciate that, dude.
Edit that out. Edit that out.
All right, we're gonna head to the end of this episode, dude. So I want to try that, dude. I want to try it right now on camera.
Oh, yeah, you have to. You can't edit this out either. Right?
I'm not, dude.
This will change your life.
I'm scared right now, dude.
This is from Skull Smash Ammonia. This is the best shit in the game right there.
Sponsor us. Bro, Ammonia?
You gotta like ease into it. Don't like shove your nose into it. Let me hold that up for you.
Yeah. Bro, this is...
Don't be scared. It's cool, man.
Bro,
everyone does it. You got this. Little by little. Hit it hard.
Whoa!
Yeah, dude. Yes. That's the very beginning, bro. At the very beginning of your podcast, hit that and be like, I'm fucking ready.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah. Nice.
What was that?
That's ammonia. Stupid,
He said stupid,
Oh, that fuck! I know it's coming and it hurts, dude. You know?
Stupid. Oh man, dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But anyways, how I end this podcast, bro, I like to hand over the mic where it's like your last words.
Yeah.
It's kind of a free space for you to finally say maybe the last things you haven't had to say. Shout out whoever you want to shout out. Tell people where they can find you. Talk to your future self. You know, because that's what's dope about podcasting is like, for me, it's like a personal diary. Like I can go back and listen to like what I was talking about a year ago. You know what I mean? So I can hear like my own development, you know, and so that's pretty cool. So this is the time where you can, you know, say those words to yourself or whatever you want to do. Your last time on the mic, and then when you hand it over, I'm gonna go ahead and close the show, and that'll be it. Cool, man. Well, I wanna start off by there's like 5 people, I'm not gonna name them, that have influenced me in a positive way, that's helped me get to this point. So I want to give, they know who they are. I want to say thank you to those people. They continuously push me to be better, and I do the same for them. So I want to say thank you to them that my life is going in this direction. You know, I want to say thank you to you for taking your time out to be interested in what we have going on here. I know I want to touch on, like, if anybody's out there that has like that past of like that they fuck up or they are addicted to whatever. I'm not blowing my own horn here, but I'm living proof that mistakes don't define you. You know, what you did doesn't define you. It's about what you do, what happens after the fact. And so I'm living proof that you could change the cards, that the hands you were dealt, and you know you could make your life to what you want to be. And I encourage anybody to reach out to me. I'm on Instagram at RobMallow7 or at Strength Valley. And if anybody has any like stuff that they're going through or they have any like
hardships that they're going through, that I want to say that I'm here, and I want to pay it forward, pay it back, because I had people that were there for me, you know, and I want to pay it back to people that need help. And so if you ever need someone to talk to that we have like the same common backgrounds, please reach out to me, and let's get to talking. You know what I mean? Let's work on that. But other than that, dude, I also want to say to my future self, in 5 years, I have a 5-year plan, right? I hope that goes to my plan, but I will be out of the oil industry. I will own more properties than what I own now, and I will be financially free. That's the goal, man.
Hell yeah.
So that's what we're working towards. You know?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Maybe we'll have to reconnect. Maybe not maybe like before 5 years, but in 5 years, bro, I have the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be my full-time job, you know, full-time podcasting. Yeah. And we'll pop back in and be like, bro, we did it.
Dude, look how far you've come, though, dude. So 5 years, I mean, like, imagine like in 2 years where you're gonna be at.
Right.
Your job's gonna be like the furniture gig. It's gonna open up so many more doors, dude. I'm excited to see it, bro. I'm proud of you, dude. It's good.
Yeah, man. Well, is that? You done?
That's it. That's all I had, dude. Good? Hope I made sense. That makes sense?
No, yeah, dude. I'm gonna love clipping that.
All right,
it's gonna make a great Instagram reel.
Cool, man. Nice, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much for coming on this podcast, man.
Yeah, thank you.
This was an amazing experience. This is like one of the funner podcasts I've done. You know, no knock to anybody else, but like I have every experience is just like unique in its own,
right?
Unique in its own. This is fun. This is a good vibe, dude. I love what you have going on over here. And if anyone else is interested, this is in Coalinga, California. If you want to see the roots of the Sitdown, like this is where I fucking figured this shit out.
Yeah.
But come lift with us over here.
That's
you know,
it, man.
Strength Valley, guys.
That's right.
It's an amazing thing going on down here. If you made it this far, I fuck with you. If you didn't make this far, fuck you, because you're not here anyway.
That's right.
It's been your honored and humble host, aka OMG. It's been the Sitdown Podcast. See y'all next week. Peace.
See ya.